Hey everybody, it's Makela LV again. Hi, I'm a program manager at the Princeton-Blairstown Center, and today we're going to be doing together a 1 square foot challenge. Well, what is the 1 square foot challenge, you might ask? And that is when you just take a square foot and you look at all the plants, animals, wildlife, fungus, lichen that is growing within that square foot. And you need a couple of things to do it, and you guys are going to join me while I do it. Right now I'm on our adventure course, so let's see what's living and growing in our adventure course. So in order to do the challenge, you need a couple of things. I have a book to record, and a pen, here's my pen, to record anything that I might not know that I see. I also have some guides here that will help me to identify any of the invertebrates that I might see. Then I have a ruler to make sure I get my square foot correct. And one of these, which is a bug box, but I don't know if you can see the top is a magnifying glass. So we'll get a closer look at any of the insects or plants that we might see. Okay, so let's measure out first our square foot. So here I have my square foot roughly measured out. So I got one stick to here. There, it would be right in the middle of that log, and here. So let's see what we can see inside here. Right now, since we are looking on the forest floor, I'm hoping to see some invertebrates, because invertebrates just are little organisms that actually help to break down some of this fallen material, some of this leaf litter and these broken twigs, and help break it into soil again, turn it back down into its simple parts. So, first thing I found here is this little shell. So it doesn't look like anything is living in it, but it is evidence of life. It's probably to a small snail that probably left it behind. Also right here is a little bit of grass, and we have a bunch of different types of grasses that grow at Princeton-Blairstown Center. So here's one of them. Still not seeing any invertebrates though. Here in our square foot, we also have a little patch of moss, which is super cool because moss grows everywhere here at PBC. There are a bunch of different types that cover our forest floor, and it's referred to as the carpet of the forest floor because it's super soft. So if you have carpet in your house, go ahead and feel it. And it's very similar to some types of mosses, the way that it feels and the way that it spreads. It's considered a primary successor, which means that it can grow into an area after it has been clear cut, or after maybe, like before other plants can establish themselves, mosses can establish themselves. They've been super good at adapting and growing and living. The first species of moss that we know of were actually found 250 million years ago. So it's a super old species and super well adapted. Oh, look at that. There we go. I lifted up this log since it was in our square foot, and I see a whole bunch of cool organisms in here. So first I see the worm that is probably upset that I turned on the lights over here. But I'll put this back down in a little bit. And then inside here we have some other organisms. And let's see if we can identify some of them using our guide. So I immediately saw the earthworm and thought I should probably start over here. So here is the earthworm that we see crawling all about in there. I see a centipede over there running, trying to make sure he's not spotted. And so that's one. And what about these guys that are in here? These really cool bugs. So on this guide, the closest thing I can see is the sow bug, Isopoda. So this is a type of isopod. Not really a sow bug, but definitely a type of isopod that we can probably take a picture of and look up a little bit later. Let's see what else we can see. So this is pretty cool. Right next to my book, I noticed that we had some friends right over here. This one, the little red one, is a strawberry mite. I'll see if I can get a little bit closer so you can see. He looks just like a strawberry. So I think that's a little cool. And then this big guy right here that we see, I'm not too sure what he is, so let's check our guide. I think he might be a true bug. And he looks a little bit like the stink bug picture, huh? What do you think? No? What's different? His antennae are different. So he might not be in this guide, but we can definitely take a picture and look it up a little bit later. So even though we only had a small area, 1 square foot, we found so much activity and so many different organisms that are making a home here at Princeton-Blairstown Center. So go outside in your neighborhood or your backyard or on your block, at tree pits, anywhere that you could find a little bit of soil, and I'm sure you'll find some cool organisms to look at and learn about. Thank you for joining me in the 1 square foot challenge, and I'll see you next time.